Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. I want to welcome you back to another segment. I truly appreciate the support and input that everyone has given us, so thank you. Today we have a little scenery change thanks to my guy Kendall from the Health Club. He suggested that we switch up the scenery a little bit, so I truly appreciate that. Now, last week we talked about stop and frisk, and I told you this week we'll talk a little bit more about stop and frisk as it relates to Terry versus Ohio, the first Supreme Court case. And then we're going to talk about little other aspects of stop and frisk. But today, family, we have a very special guest, my good friend and business partner, Mr. Jeff Lane. I'm going to introduce him to you, but I want Jeff to give you guys a little background on what he's done and his profession, and then we'll go from there. So Jeff, please tell the community who you are and what you've done.
Well, thanks for inviting me in, and thanks for being here. Again, I'm Jeff Lane, actually from the East Coast, Boston. Went to college up there for criminal justice, and then went into the Army. And in the Army, I was a counterintelligence officer. After that, moved west here in Arizona, 25 years with the Tempe Police Department, and retired there as a detective. So done a lot, seen a lot.
Okay. And the reason I wanted Jeff to come on with us is because I told you guys in the first segment, about 99% of police officers do the right thing, and they're great assets to our community. Jeff is one of the 99%ers. He's one of those 99% police officers that do the right thing. He's a great friend of mine, and we've been working together for years. So I truly appreciate Jeff coming on. Again, he's one of the 99%ers. So I just wanted to bring him on from that perspective. Now, Jeff, we talked about stop and frisk a couple of weeks ago, and as it relates to having interaction with a police officer. What insight or advice could you give the community on how to have a very productive interaction with a police officer, doing like a stop or just walking down the street?
Well, we all know stop and frisk is something that the officers want to use, and unfortunately, putting officers into a vehicle, it kind of separates them from the community itself. Mm-hmm. Years ago, officers would walk the beat, and we called walking beats, and you would go up and you actually interact with the public all the time. But then we put them in cars, and they'd say, okay, you got to cover 4 or 5 miles of an area, and so it's harder to get them out of the cars. But when we do get out of the cars, we want to talk to people, okay? And so if we go to an area where we think that someone looks suspicious or is suspicious, or we know an area really well, and we want to confront somebody, we can say, hey, you know what? Hey, can we come up and talk to you? That's not against the law. That's what we want to do. We want to interact with the community just to get to know who you are, because we don't know all who lives in your whole neighborhood. We know that, you know what, you don't look right today, maybe something suspicious about something you're doing, some activity that happened just a while ago, and we want to check on that. So we go up there and talk to you, okay? So when we talk to you, we just want to say, hey, what's going on? Who are you? Do you live here? If all the questions are good, we move on, okay? If there's something we feel that's not right, that's where we go, you know what, for my safety and for your safety, I don't know you, you don't know me, something doesn't feel right here, you're not answering questions correctly. Do you mind if I pat you down to see if you have any weapons or something that's going to harm me or harm the area? And that's what we call a stop and frisk. So it's like I'm patting down just for weapons.
Gotcha.
Okay? And that's just where we will both feel safe. Then I can continue to talk to you. If there's no weapons, then we both know that, okay, let's continue with the conversation without me having any fear of threats.
Okay. I appreciate that, Jeff. Thanks for the insight. And again, family wanted to bring Jeff on so we can give you more additional insight. And our channel has grown expeditiously, and I truly appreciate that. I'm gonna have special guests on, going forward. So for 2020, I have 3 special aspects of our channel that I want you to look out for. Number 1, we're going to have a jam session. With that, that's an acronym for Just Ask Me. In other words, in the comments, ask questions, give advice, give insight for our channel. So remember, in 2020, a couple of weeks, we're gonna have a jam session. Just ask me, so add your comments. Number 2, call to action. What that means is this: after each session, there are actionable items that you guys should be able to do with the information that you receive. In other words, I'm giving you information to empower you to become a better citizen, a better person, and just empower my community. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is really cool, I think I may do this today, I'm just walking around taking pictures of my community and sharing them on our channel. So just pictures, just regular people, from people I've met in restaurants to people that are doctors, lawyers, from that perspective. Now, in January and February, it's gonna be really, really special. I'm so excited. We're going to talk about fashion and grooming. So we're actually going to hit the barbershops. We're going to talk about a little bit of fashion. And from that perspective, not only will we talk about fashion and grooming, we're going to talk about why it's important. Because you can wear a suit that fits well, or you can be well groomed. What does that mean? And I'm having another special guest. I'm gonna ask my wife to come on. She's gonna give the men some tips and some things that women generally look for and like to see in the man. So that's really exciting. So family, again, for another week or two, God bless and be safe out there. And again, I want to thank my buddy, my good friend, Jeff Lane. We'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.